My name is Cooley Savant. I am a hip hop artist slash designer and art director. I also own a company called Elevated. We are a design studio for designers of color. We do everything from branding to marketing strategy to photography, everything that kind of all encompasses brand design thinking. But yeah, I'm excited to join LxVE Fest as a hip hop artist and a newly claimed neo soul artist. I've been in the art world for a really long time, which is wild because my family, they're not what they would consider artistically inclined. But I've been doing, involved in fine arts for a really long time, from, painting and drawing at a young age, and then getting into poetry in like the first phase of my primary schooling. And out of nowhere, I find these CDs from my brothers, and one of them is Jay-Z's In My Lifetime, and the other one is Notorious B.I.G.'s Life After Death. And I just remember playing them on a loop, like every day. Something about it was just like so engaging for me, so challenging to realize that I could have poetry, but have it melded into a beat and kind of the challenge of writing. So I got into writing and got into rapping and elevating bars and that kind of thing, and more importantly storytelling. And so I got into hip hop that way, and then from there my sound started evolving with this influence from my dad, who listens to a lot of 80s and 70s R&B, like Anita Baker, and then my mom, who only listens to gospel, so just straight Fred Hampton, like Kirk Franklin in the house. And that's all kind of come together in this huge clash of hip hop, 90s hip hop, R&B, gospel, and then more recently just me discovering what punk sounds feel, and the texture of just musical orchestration within punk rock. I was in band for a really long time. I played French horn and flute, and piano. So I don't know, my sound has kind of started to become this nice gumbo pot, if you will, of hip hop, that R&B sound, gospel, and then more recently the orchestration of rock music, how you put a band together, how you allow music to give and take, and just the reciprocation of that. So I think my first reaction is God's love, which is in some ways love for others, but also love for self in terms of self-respect. I think you have a relationship with yourself before you have one with anyone else. You should have a relationship with yourself before you have one with anyone else. So I guess I would say self-love is a big form of love. When I think about it, I think about, how we treat others and how it reflects how we treat ourselves, that sort of thing. Love is unconditional, love is kind. I think in an external sense, love is also, we conflate love with pain, especially in music. We conflate love with drugs and things that are not so, that don't necessarily promote our own strengths. And I don't know, I think love is complicated too, very complicated. Projects I'm excited about. I have a collaborative album coming out with DJ Greg Nice, who will be at the show doing his thing on the ones and twos, and then AJ as well, who is essentially I guess the big curator for LxVE Fest. Me and AJ have been putting up I would say numbers on the board in terms of just getting a library of music together, and then putting a little collaborative album out. DJ Greg Nice is gonna release it. And then aside from that, I'm working on some design projects. I'm working on an album called Office Supplies. I don't have a release date for it yet, but I am pretty excited about it. Concept-wise, it's about the relationship you have with your office, and working a 9-to-5 and having passions outside of it, and what it feels like to be stuck at the corporate farm. So yeah. Love Fest is November 12th. It is at Old Smith's Bar. We're super excited for it. Tickets are online right now. So yeah, make sure you check out the show. It starts at 7:30. It's on a Tuesday, so you get off work, you'll get some food, like go get some wings, and then you come straight to Old Smith's Bar.